This is one day's ration bag, and I'll show you exactly what I eat when I'm on the move. And I'm going to talk about that in my upcoming book, The Motivated Amateur's Guide to Winter Camping. So just give you an idea what's upcoming. I've had a little delay, some family health issues, unfortunately, so hopefully that smooths itself out soon. But in any case, the book will be out as soon as it can. The first, this is not in particular order, but shortbread cookies. Shortbread cookies are some of the ultimate power pellets. If you remember Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, woo, 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 with those little pellets they eat, these things are incredible. Just 2 of these cookies are 170, 180 calories. They're from Keebler, either the shortbread or the pecan sandies. They're incredible. They're actually pretty decent clean eating. I mean, granted, you're living off cookies, but these work well at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. They don't harden up. They crumble easy. They're great to eat, and they'll give you a lot of energy very quick, and they handle quite well. And as you can see, I've got another pack of shortbread cookies. Love those things. The next would be Lara bars. These are super good. They're very inexpensive relative to what you get out of them. The calorie count on these guys is, let's see, let me turn the light here just a touch, is 200 calories for this little container. It's 1.6 ounces or 45 grams. Now, Lara bars are great, but when it's super cold, these are a teeth breaker. So what you need to do at night when you get into your camp is, once you get everything set and you get into your tent, start crunching these things up, pinch them in the bag, don't take them out. And that's a key thing, and I talk about that in my book as well, Adventure Expedition 1 on food management on the fly. But what you do is you leave the food in the pouch and you begin crunching it and flexing it till you can feel all the crumbles inside. And that way, in the next day, when you're out hiking and cruising along and you need a quick snack, you just tear this open. It tears pretty easy in the cold. And you just take these little nibs and you put them in your mouth. And even though they're frozen, they're so small, they're very easy to eat, especially when you're under pressure of just having to move, and then that difficult thing about eating under pressure. Lara bars work incredibly well. The same thing with Luna bars. These are super good as well. Luna bars, I love these things. Just about any flavor. Make sure you get something that works for you. Test it on a workout, like go run real hard for a mile and then try and eat one of these bad boys. But again, this is 190 calories right there somewhere. Yeah, 190 calories there for 1.69 ounces or 48 grams. And these as well are super good. Again, you have to crunch these up at night. Don't forget to, or just remember, at night you got to prep your food, crumble these things up, and then in the next day you'll have these nice little bite size. Because you put these in another container, they get a tiny bit sticky, they can turn into an amorphous mass. But if you pre-crumble them and crunch them in the pouch, it works super well. My next favorite are shot blocks. My favorite are the margarita flavor, for obvious reason, even though they don't have alcohol. These are 100 calories for, let's see, was it like, 2.12 ounces or 60 grams. Now these are great as an afternoon hit because they have a pretty high sodium and salt content, and they're also easy to eat, but these do, when they get super cold, they're very chewy. But these, because they're in this nice little pouch, you just tear this thing, pop it, eat. You can even walk or do your thing, whatever you're doing, and you can just pop these out like little Pez dispensers. These cubes are great. And then see the next thing, almonds. Oh my gosh. Blue Diamond Smokehouse almonds are incredible. It doesn't matter what temperature it is at, these eat with no problem. And in fact, when they're cold, it's fun to take the almond out, put it vertically in your teeth and crunch it and kind of split it and fracture it, and that way you can chew it easier. But I've never been in cold that these were inedible. Plus, I'm drooling at the thought. They're covered in luscious, tasty salt and good flavors. This is good because it gets you a fat hit, and you usually use these later in the day. not as much, the fat takes a long time to hit you as well as the protein, but the salt in these, it just, from all these different sweets that I've been eating all day, after a while, it's just like, oh, I get sick of the sweets. So all of a sudden, if I got the salty blocks here and the almonds here, I just use one serving. This is one serving, 29 or 30 grams, whatever it is. I pre-measure it out. And then I just sit there and just eat these things. I buy these jewelry packs off of Amazon. I used to wrap them in press and seal, but it's a lot of fiddling. This thing, instead of trying to tear open, because the plastic, sometimes the plastic will tear, instead you just get your finger wet and watch this. Just start sliding, boop, open it. And that's how they actually open everything at jewelry stores, rather than trying to pinch and pull. Whew, what a disaster. So just the little push and slide, guaranteed easy opening, yummy, yummy almonds in there. So those are super good mobile snacks. The next thing here, my ultimate answer, oh yeah, I have another Lara bar. Yeah, Lara bar, same sort of rules. And then my ultimate, Lindt chocolate. 70% Lindt chocolate. You can see it's kind of shattered in here. But the 70% is the way I go. Any higher than about 70%, and it just gets too bitter for me. It takes a long time to digest. Any lower than 70%, and then the chocolate can start to melt a little bit. I have had these melt on Denali, Greenland, and elsewhere, so you got to keep it a little chilled. I think I'm going to put them in their own individual Ziploc bags, because otherwise they start floating around in my ration bag and it's starting to get irritating. But this chocolate, no temperature have I ever been in where chocolate fails me. That said, when it's really cold, you might have to kind of bite and pry, but don't just try and chomp. You could hurt your teeth. So I just kind of snap these guys, put them in my mouth, and let them start melting. And an entire bar of Lindt's dark chocolate is, whatever it is, it's over 600 calories. I mean, this is an incredible amount. Usually I can't finish them up because there's so much food there, but I do my best. And then on a longer trip, I keep that chocolate that I haven't eaten, I put it in a bag and I keep it going forward. And eventually I end up with an extra day's ration bag on a long trip. So that works pretty well. During the day, I also have Pedialyte or Crystal Light. I don't think I have Crystal Light in here. Oh yeah, I do. Learned this from my buddy Terry on our Greenland expedition. We talked about that. And two friends on Polar Bear, we talked about that. He used Crystal Light. I did not bring it. Oh my gosh, I wish I had this. This makes water so much more palatable and fun to drink. And then I also use Pedialyte for electrolyte replacement because you can get totally wiped out, and I just put those in my drink. Some people say, oh, you shouldn't over electrolyte. I'm probably not gonna die if I haven't died yet from that. But Crystal Light, oh gosh, it makes water just like, you look forward to it, otherwise chug, cold water is miserable. But the Crystal Light and Pedialyte make all the difference. Check out a link to my book, The Motivated Amateur's Guide to Winter Camping, and also Adventure Expedition 1, where we talk about it. Thank you very much for watching. Please keep the questions coming. It makes it easy for me to answer questions for you. That way it gives me ideas, and I can deliver everything you want. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing. Take care.